What's up, guys? It's your boy Jamaica here, coming at you with another deck tech. This is my Golden Guardian deck. This card, Golden Guardian, one of the new cards from Rouse of Ixalan. A lot of people are playing this card. I don't know why, honestly. At first, I was like, why are people playing this? It's kind of weird. You have to like trade your own creature to get a land that makes more creatures. There's a lot of work. There's a lot of work to me, so I had to like think about how can I make this card good? How can I make it really good? And then I thought about Stuffy Doll, which is actually legal again in this format. I was like, wait a minute. If Guardian fights Stuffy Doll, that's like 4 damage a turn for 2 mana. And that's just like a super combo thing. So I've played Stuffy Doll decks before, if you remember my old Stuffy Doll decks, which is Guilty Conscience, which basically it deals damage to itself. Like basically it's like a Splinter Twin in a weird way. Where it's like get a creature and then you get an enchantment on it and then all of a sudden you win the game. But I kind of started with that kind of shell of like this mono white control deck because my brain just kind of goes backwards. Like, look, what have I done before? What have I done? It's really fun. So I started mono white. If you can see, there's a bunch of white cards in here. But then I started splashing for some other cards. So I'm just gonna like start the mana base like I usually do and work my way down. So Cloud Post is a reason I want to be in a mono colored style deck. I just don't want like splash colors. So the deck is really heavy on 5s here, so I really want to get a bunch of mana quickly. You can totally go like turn 1 Clavos, 2 Clavos, turn 3 of 5 mana, which is perfect for like Stuffy Doll, things like that, so it's pretty awesome. Dreadship Reef, interesting card. I didn't want to actually play dual lands or anything like that. I want all my lands to come play untap other than the Cloud Post. So Dreadship Reef is like a weird way to like make other colors, especially in blue and black, because I only have one blue and black card in this deck. You've probably already seen, but we'll talk about it anyways. Because I'm a mono white deck. I want to be a mono white. That's where I started. I started at mono white. Then I was like, let me just splash some random colors. So it's like, I don't know. I actually haven't tested this out yet. I've only played as mono white, but I was like, wait a minute. There's this one card that's really good in blue black. I don't want to play, but I want to be mono white. So Dreadship Reef was kind of my answer to that. Sequestered Sash is kind of like a way to dig your spells. Sometimes you need to find just. At first, I had 4 of them. But since I added the blue-black card in here, I went down to 2. It's kind of okay. It just kind of digs when you need to. 2-minute Spirit Dragon, I feel like if you're playing a colorless deck, you should always play this card. It's pretty good. It just kind of like bring you back in certain matchups. I only have like, actually, honestly, I only have 11 creatures really, but you can get more creatures in a certain way. So 2 is pretty decent, and it's like kind of free. Open the Armory is a really reason to be white. You can get a lot of really interesting auras or equipment, just like and especially in white, so it's pretty good. Like one of them is Spirit Loop, so if you put this on your Golden Guardian, you're going to gain 4 life a turn. Pretty neat. Or 4 life for every 2 mana, rather. That's one of the cool targets. I'll just talk about the open arm targets. Fate's Feathers is a pretty good one. It has just like catch-all utility. For the most part, it's just for me to gain life, but it stops a creature. It'll stop like, trying to think of random like enchantments or permanents that you want to stop. I can't think of any right now. Other Stuffy Dolls, yes. Other Stuffy Dolls, all other Golden Guardians. You can stop all of those. But there are random activated abilities that aren't mana abilities that you can stop. Other things you can fetch with the Open Army Pariah Shield, which is basically like a regular Pariah, if you remember the enchantment. All damage dealt to you is instead of damage dealt to a equipped creature. Put that in a Stuffy Doll, you're kind of indestructible in a weird way, unless they can put -1/-1 counters on this creature or something like that. And that's pretty much it on things to fetch or open the armory. I had more things, but I cut down on it for other things, so that's that. Give your Signet, it's a weird way to put blue-black mana into a mono-white deck. So it's a little random choice. I had like just a ramp rock here in general. Also with Cultivator's Caravan, a favorite. You could crew the Caravan with the Golden Guardian, and if you need to transform it, and then fight the Golden Guardian and the Caravan together, the Caravan will live. Your Golden Guardian will transform into the Garrison here to make mana. So there's one of that. Also, it fixes your mana. It adds one favorite color, so it's pretty neat. Stasis Snare, pretty good white removal spell. It has flash, so it's just like an instant speed enchantment. So it's not super removal, but it's good enough. Winds of Wrath, I've had this over Planar Outbursts. Mainly because of the Spirit Monger style decks have been running around. Uh, the can't be regenerated clause is just randomly relevant there, and I never feel like I'm gonna get enough mana to awaken a planar outburst, so that's why Winds of Wrath is here. Now for the blue black card that I'm just stretching my mana base and everything else is for Sphinx's Summoner. It's a tutor for artifact creatures, so it gets Golden Guardian or Stuffy Doll, either or more Sphinx's Summoners if you wanted to. But it's also a 3/3, so it crews a caravan. And it's an artifact, which doesn't really matter, but still fine. Actually, it does matter a little bit. But it's still a pretty good enough card to kind of splash for, I think. Pretty decent. Tutors are good. Tutors are good. Another creature you can fetch is Mana Gargoyle, which also survives a Golden Guardian fight, and, you know, in a pinch, you kind of just, like, you could put down a Prize Shield on it. It'll still let you live through a lot of things. Also survives your Wraths here, but at worst, it just, like, attacks for 4 when you need to win the game. And stuff, you know, like I said, it's kind of a win condition. There's a lot of different, like, weird win conditions, like, you know, Golden Guardian just transforming, or you fighting Golden Guardian is the most common way of really winning here. Single Roar Recollection here. It's kind of like a replenish, but for artifacts. Just kind of a way to like fight the grindy fights and kind of get all your stuff back, kind of restart everything. So it's pretty neat. White's really reason I want to be. Sorry, the sideboard's the reason I want to be in white, because I think white has the best sideboard tools right now. So Sphere of Loss for the red decks, Light of Days for the mono black decks, or just even like Jund has a ton of like black cards, you know, things like that. Forsake the Worldly for a disenchant effect. Sentinel Totem, kind of for like the graveyard style decks, and then this weird package like Shimmer Mirror and Skeleton Shard for it's kind of like removal decks. This is kind of like a grindy card that kind of just gets your artifact creatures back. Shimmer Mirror is kind of against like counterspell decks. I guess you want to play it at flash speed. Not too many things you can do with white. There's plenty of other cards I could do in like kind of blue or black, whatever, but I'm trying to stick into this like mono white-esque theme. Splash Sphinx Summoner, so I want to try that. But like I said, I've only played like a couple of matches with this deck. It was just mono white, and the deck was actually like really fun to play. There was a lot of like kind of like a Pillow 40 type deck, sort of control-ish, but you're kind of just like moping around doing stuff, waiting for a kill condition. But I hope the Sphinx Summoner would kind of help out a little bit. I just kind of threw it in there and was like, wait a minute, I could find cards with this. This should be pretty good. So hopefully it works out. I've actually joined a league today, so I'll be doing 5 league matches. We'll see how it goes. And I'll catch you in just a moment. The first league match. Go. Alright, we're here with another round of Penny Dreadful League with the Golden Guardian mono white Esper deck. I don't know how to call it. I can keep. It's got a lot of mana, but I mean, Torment Cloudpost is like kind of the card you want there right there. We'll see what I have. 2 Sequester Stats too. I could look for something. Maybe my opponent's on a control deck? Man or Gargoyle, you choose. That's my joke. That's the one joke I have about Man or Gargoyle. Man or Gargoyle, you be the choice. Ooh, here we go. I think like the transforming a Golden Guardian against a control deck is really good. Lands are actually very hard to deal with in general, so I like to do that. Ooh, missed the land drop. Interesting. I'm gonna jam this Cultivator's Caravan first. My opponent could be on a number of things. I'm just guessing like blue-white control right now, so I get power. No power sink. That's pretty good. If my opponent stays on 2 mana, then maybe I can start resolving Golden Guardian and kind of like winning from there. Alright, it's another land drop. Fortunate. We're gonna discard a card. Let's see what we've got over here. Player Albert, so maybe they are in control. Alright, I'm gonna try to resolve this Golden Guardian. And I don't have to like do anything else. I could use the Caravan to flip this, and then I can just make a stream of 4/4s, which probably could win the game. I'll substantiate. They're gonna bounce this. Maybe they're on this like blue-white stack set. Stacks decks have been running around. That's not a good start for the stacks deck if they don't have anything going on. So Unsubstantiate is a card from that list. I'm just gonna jam the Guardian again. And I actually can flip the Guardian right now if I need to. If this resolves. Unsubstantiate maybe. Alright, resolved. I'm actually gonna transform the Guardian here. Alright, I'm gonna respond to that. I'll crew my thing and I'll fight. We shall fight. And this should be like a pretty good thing here, because I can just make a creature every turn. I don't really need to do anything else. This shouldn't bounce it, because now it's a land. Alright. I really actually don't see myself losing this game. But I'll find a way to lose, I bet. I bet I can find a way to lose. I'll play Manor Gargoyle. I'm going to attack for 5 here. With the Caravan. Caravan just like does work here. Sometimes. It's just like a kind of like a weird aggro card sometimes. There's no way. I don't think my opponent can come back from this. Alright. So if they're on like the blue-white stack, then I kind of want just Forsake the Worldlies. Pretty much it. Safe to Stare is okay. Not really great. Winds of Wrath is kind of okay, not great. Faith Healer is okay, not great. I have a lot of okay, not great cards. I guess I kind of like just say Safe to Stare is a little better, so I'll cut the Face Fetters here. Maybe I want Skeleton Shard. Kind of just like bounce back my stuff. I'll try a couple. I like one of these. Maybe a Wrath. I like Roar here. Okay, let's try that. You need lands to play, so fortunate for my opponent to not have any of them. Caravan has been I just threw in the caravans here, but there are more applications than I thought about this card. It's actually pretty solid. It's a very solid card for sure. I wonder how much like artifact removal my opponent will have. Not really sure. My opponent has disconnected. That's not good. Oh, now we have to wait. Well, I mean, in the smokestack matchup, it's just really about them kind of like getting a small board advantage, especially with like the blue white stacks deck. They try to just like play these like small creatures that really don't care about dying. So like things like Palace Familiar, Surveilling Sprite, they just net you a card after they die. So it's really interesting. It's kind of this weird sort of like board presence deck that just attacks with 1/1s and 2/2s. It kind of wants to like edge you out that way. So it's a very sort of like use all the parts of the Buffalo Slidle deck. I know there's a better term for it right now. I can't really think of it, but it's sort of like a tiny edges style, where every little piece counts. You know, every little point counts. It's kind of hard to like misstep in certain places. So if you like miss the land drop here or something like that, that's pretty bad. Well, my opponent got to submit for this because here comes 5. For now, it's 5. Especially with the smokestack. A smokestack resolves early and I can't deal with it. It might be curtains for me. It could easily be curtains. I don't know my opponent's reconnected yet. Join. I know that means that like they're here. I'm not sure what happens when you disconnect from a game, then you like join. Like doesn't tell. Oh, I guess they're here. I suppose I will keep. I really can't cast anything, but I have the Dreadship Reef here. Ooh, double Cloud Post is big. That's just like such a fast start. That's why you put the Calibus in the deck, because it just kind of incidentally ramp you. Boiling Oracle. Maybe just on a Bant deck. I don't know if you're playing Smokes. Oh, that's cool. I'm gonna ramp the 4 here. If I draw like a Signet, that's actually really big. Draw a Signet. The double Cosmos draws a reason to be like in a monocolored style deck. Or just to play Cosmos in general. It's just like a lot of times I don't really care about the lands as much. Slamming a Smokestack here would be pretty big. Although I have a lot of mana. They're not in a good position to put Smokestack into play though. Unless they have like other cards in their hand that are like good. Alright, Verdine Emerson. Maybe they're just like a Bant Smokestack style deck. I want to play a Stuffy Doll. Target my opponent. I might just start jam the Guardian to start going. They could have countered this. Let's just Substantiate. Sure. I love a third Cloud Post. That's not too greedy, right? Can I ask for 3 Cloud Posts? Everything loves to enter the battlefield or die here. 2 cards left, so I feel pretty good in my position. I'll jam a Stuffy Doll again. So Stuffy Doll Golden Guardian is pretty much the namesake combo here. So if they don't have like a artifact removal, I have 2 of them, so it doesn't matter. I can start just shooting my opponent here. I can at least get 1 shot in with a Stuffy Doll. Ooh, jam time. Cool. I'll block the biggest creature. This. Sure. I don't think my opponent has another counterspell. I don't think, rather. Golden Guardian. The big idiot. Gonna block everything. Alright. So, in like 3 turns, my opponent should die. 2 to 3 turns. Can't really attack into this. Okay, Cooling Oracle. Gonna draw an extra card. Wall Mysteries. That's not a card I'm worried about. Because, let's see, 2, 4. I think my opponent just dies next turn if he attacks. I think my opponent's actually dead. Attacks with a 1/1. I can't block that actually. Okay, you want to yourself, sir. Fight. Take 4. Didn't draw another Cloud Post. Let's see. 2, let's see, 4, 8. Yeah, that's it, I think. That's 16 right here. Cool. Cloud Post is pretty broken, right? Do. Fight myself. Fight. Quit hitting yourself. Quit hitting yourself. Quit hitting yourself. Quit hitting yourself, Stuffy Doll. That's the way you use Golden Guardian, right? That's the way Golden Guardian should go, right? I think so.